This video was made with artificial intelligence.
Hey, and welcome back to AI Meets Football. Today we're here to look at three massive events happening for West Ham this Friday that promise to elevate the club to even greater heights. In this in-depth YouTube video, we'll thoroughly analyze the Europa League draw, transfer deadline day, and league match against Luton. You'll see how each of these monumental events can significantly transform West Ham into an elite footballing force. West Ham entering the Europa League group stage draw on Friday as automatic qualifiers demonstrates the club's remarkable rise into a European force in recent seasons. Just a few years ago, West Ham were far from the continental radar. Now they take a seat in second place on the table, alongside elite clubs like Manchester City and Arsenal, with only playing 3 games. But this shows the astonishing progress made under manager David Moyes. Playing in Europe for a 3rd consecutive season is an outstanding achievement for West Ham. It cements their status as a genuinely big club, able to consistently compete in Europe while maintaining domestic ambitions. Only the very top Premier League sides have managed to qualify for Europe 3 seasons running. This puts West Ham in esteemed company. It raises the club's continental profile and prestige immensely. Getting the opportunity to face off against some of the best teams in Europe allows West Ham to benchmark themselves against the highest levels of competition. The experience gained by players from these European nights is invaluable. Coming up against tricky continental opposition in intense knockout ties accelerates player development. Competing with European thoroughbreds also allows the West Ham squad to grow in confidence and maturity. Progressing out of the Europa League group stage and embarking on another deep run would generate substantial financial gains for West Ham. The Europa League prize money on offer from UEFA is sizable. Advancing to the round of 16 could be worth around $3.5 million. Reaching the semi-finals could bring in upwards of $10 million. This is not even counting the gate receipts from home fixtures against glamorous European sides. West Ham could pocket $20–30 million if they enjoy another memorable European run. This windfall can be smartly reinvested into the playing squad, facilities, and the continued growth of the club. Manager David Moyes indicating that West Ham could be very busy on deadline day implies he has identified areas of the squad in need of freshening up. After narrowly missing out on the top 4 last season, Moyes likely feels 2–3 quality additions could elevate West Ham to the next level and firmly into the Champions League conversation. Bringing in 1 or 2 new strikers before the window closes seems a priority. West Ham needs to replace the goals and attacking threat vacated by Declan Rice's departure. Adding more elite firepower up front would alleviate the scoring burden on Michail Antonio and give West Ham greater potency in the final third. Increased competition would also motivate Antonio to find his best form. Any major signings completed on deadline day would generate a surge of excitement and optimism among the West Ham faithful. Fans would be re-energized, seeing the club is willing to spend big to reinforce the squad. The fan base would feel confident in the club's ambition if high-quality recruits were secured at the 11th hour. This rush of deadline day hope could inspire fans to get behind the team more vocally this season. Late transfer window arrivals would also freshen up the squad and increase internal competition for starting spots. Current players who may have become complacent after years as guaranteed starters will suddenly feel under pressure to up their game, knowing their positions are under threat. This competitive environment keeps the whole squad on their toes and lifts training ground intensity and focus. Of course, we can't forget that West Ham head into this season on the back of winning their first European trophy in over 40 years by lifting the inaugural Europa Conference League last season. This historic accomplishment will fill the squad with self-belief that they can achieve great things at the highest levels of the game. Winning any silverware breeds confidence within a team, but particularly a European trophy for a club like West Ham. The players now have the evidence that with this manager and group assembled, they can beat top sides in knockout ties and go all the way in continental competition. This will drive them on to experience more European nights like that. With the sweet taste of continental success still fresh, Moyes' hungry Hammers will be determined to push on for more trophies both in the Premier League and Europa League this season. They've proven they can mix it with the elite and will want more. There is also plenty of excitement and optimism around West Ham's stellar business in the summer transfer window, securing top young talents like the thrilling winger Mohamed Kudus, set-piece specialist James Ward-Prowse, towering defender Edson Alvarez, and the imperious centre-back Konstantinos Mavropanos shows the club's intent and ambition. Kudus and Ward-Prowse provide the flair, ingenuity, and crisp delivery to unlock the most stubborn of deep-lying defenses, while Alvarez and Mavropanos are warriors and leaders at the back, bringing tenacity and grit to the Hammers' backline. Blending promising young starlets like Kudus with experienced leaders like Ward-Prowse gives David Moyes' squad depth, balance, and versatility. West Ham now undoubtedly boasts a squad capable of qualifying for the Champions League and embarking on another prolonged Europa League run. The new big-name additions give the Hammers the elite game-changing quality in key positions to regularly beat the Premier League's Big Six and make noise in Europe. What an intriguing, expectation-filled season lies in store. Injecting new blood and fresh faces refreshes the energy within the camp. New players bring new ideas, different playing styles, and unpredictable movement. This can re-energize a squad, providing a surge of motivation going into the new campaign. West Ham's Friday night match away to newly promoted Luton Town represents a golden opportunity to seize the top spot in the Premier League table again. With champions Manchester City facing a trip to Fulham on Saturday, the door is open for West Ham to hit the summit with a win at Kenilworth Road. Defeating a newly promoted team like Luton would demonstrate West Ham's ruthlessness and big club mentality. Last season, West Ham were guilty of dropping points against some of the weaker teams in the division. A statement win against Luton would show they have matured and can now regularly dispatch lower-level opposition. Starting the campaign strongly with an away win at Luton would build vital early momentum and belief within the West Ham squad. Last season, West Ham were slow starters and had to play catch-up. Hitting the ground running this time around would breed confidence that the team can maintain a title challenge from the very start. With a new high-profile striker likely to make their debut after a deadline day signing, the Luton match could see the birth of an exciting new strike partnership. The floodlights of a Friday night fixture adds extra theater. What better stage for West Ham's next star striker to announce himself with a debut goal? It could be the start of a prolific relationship up front. Beating Luton away from home would serve notice to West Ham's rivals that they mean serious business this season. Opening the campaign with an impressive win on the road would really make the rest of the Premier League sit up and acknowledge West Ham as likely top four challengers again this season. In summary, West Ham have a monumental triple-header this Friday with the Europa League draw, transfer deadline day, and tough trip to Luton. Each of these three key events has the potential to significantly advance West Ham's transformation into an elite club, mixing it with the Premier League's top sides. The Europa draw raises their European profile, smart deadline day signings strengthen the squad, and 3 points at Luton build early title momentum. After years of ups and downs, West Ham finally has the manager, squad, and infrastructure to achieve special things. With such a massive Friday ahead, the future looks incredibly bright for the Hammers. The club is on the cusp of reaching the next level, both domestically and on the continent. What a time to be a West Ham supporter. That concludes my in-depth analysis of why this Friday's triple excitement has the potential to elevate West Ham to the next level. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the Europa League draw, any deadline day signings, and match predictions for Luton. Don't forget to smash that like button to support the channel and help us reach more Hammers fans. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you never miss an update on all things West Ham. Thanks for watching. Come on, you Irons.